Church here with Rest and Rec. So I'm not able to dive right now, mainly because I'm still unpacking and that takes priority, but also the fact that my regulator is due for its biannual service. Biannual in this instance meaning once every other year, not twice a year. I'll add that word to my tally of sophisticated yet misleading words I use in these videos. Anyway, there are no Mares dealers anywhere near Enterprise, Alabama, so I just went ahead and left my regulator with my dive shop 7 hours away at Lake Hickory Scuba and Marina.
Bruh.
Since I won't be diving, I decided, since I got some positive feedback on the Force Fin video, I'm going to start reviewing some of my equipment.
Oh, here we go again.
Now, I know what you're thinking, I'm just going to turn into another review channel. Since I'm not a dive shop, I don't have tons of products to go through and review, so what I'm going to do is give you a very in-depth review and analysis on the products that I personally own. And just like I mentioned in the Force Fin video, since I don't get any kickbacks or sell any of these products, I'm going to give you my real, honest opinion. What can I say? I keep it real here on Rest and Rec. Now, I apologize in advance for how dry this video could turn out, but I want to make it very clear in this first video how I value my kit. See, YouTube is full of reviewers. Anybody with a camera and internet access can get onto YouTube and give you an arbitrary opinion of said product. It goes like this. They start with the unboxing the product cliche. Then they'll read off some characteristics of the product that you yourself could just as easily read yourself offline. And then they'll say how great the product is and why you should buy said product off their website. Link in description. But do these people own the equipment they're promoting? Have they used the equipment in a variety of ways for a period of time that would give them an idea of how well the equipment works? Probably not. See, I don't want to do that. Well, I can't do that because I don't own the store. But what I can do is tell you what I bought, why I bought it, and how much I value it. And that's going to be the main takeaway of this video, is how I value my personal equipment. I modeled this concept after another very successful YouTuber called Nut and Fancy. He does reviews on like survival equipment like knives and boomsticks and what have you. Really cool channel, you should check him out if you can. See, the way he values things, and by extension the way I value things, is I break these items down into categories. And I have them listed here by level of importance. And they are functionality, practicality, aesthetics, and price. Take that example that I just gave you on the Mares mask. I happen to have the exact same one, the Mares One Vision in red. You may have seen it in my older video on mask skills. Now, I'm going to tell you that the reason why I bought this mask is because my local dive shop sold this mask. And me with my rookie diver eyes saw it and thought that it looked awesome. I bought this mask a little over a year ago and I have well over 50 dives with it and I haven't had any issues with it. Functionality. It's a mask. Its job is to keep water out and air in. My nose and eyes stayed dry for all 50 dives. It didn't do the job better or worse than other masks, but it did do the job. So functionality, approve. Now I hear you saying, Church, is it really necessary for you to go over functionality? Yes, it is very important to go over functionality. Tell me, how many times have you been tricked into purchasing something off appearances alone? And as soon as you bought it and put it to use, you realized that it does not perform its intended function. And now you're stuck with a very expensive home ornament.
Yeah, I bought a Nook e-reader a couple of years ago, and I'm still pissed about it.
Nook. Sorry, everybody.
As far as I'm concerned, if the product doesn't do its job, then nothing else matters. It doesn't matter how practical it is, how cool it is, or how expensive. If functionality is not there, then you have nothing else. Let's talk practicality. The Mares One Vision is a standard mask size. It's a framed mask, so it has a little bit more bulk to it than a frameless mask. It also has one unified lens as opposed to two separate lenses, so it makes it a little heavier in the water. The Mares One Vision's a little bit wider as well, so it sticks out a little bit further than most masks. The trade-off is you get a much wider field of vision with this mask. And with the frame, you have much more impact resistance in case you drop your mask on a hard surface. And with frames, you can mount stuff like action cameras to your face if you're into that kind of craziness. The One Vision, in my opinion, is practical. Now, I'm going to make it a point in these videos to say my opinion, because practicality is kind of individually driven. Take, for instance, the technical diver. A technical diver wouldn't consider the One Vision to be practical because it has the frame on it, and it doesn't really suit the type of diving that they do. And I understand that. But there again, if you're a technical diver, you're probably not even watching my videos because you're on a whole nother level. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. You know what else is my opinion? Aesthetics. Now, there are universal standards for beauty, but what a user finds attractive is completely determined by said user. For instance, in my opinion, the One Vision is a very aesthetically pleasing mask. I like the One Vision's unique shape and profile while I'm using it, and personally, I think that one single lens is more aesthetically pleasing than two individual lenses. Plus, you can get the One Vision in a variety of colors, and this black and red matches my backplate and wing setup, which I think we can all agree looks pretty awesome. Aesthetics matter. Aesthetics don't matter as much as functionality and practicality, but aesthetics do matter. If you have a piece of equipment that you can't stand the sight of, you're not going to use it. Money matters too. A piece of equipment that does its job well, and looks good while doing it, typically comes at a price. The One Vision retails for $65 to $70, but you can buy it off Amazon for $55. Do I think the Mares One Vision is worth $65? Yes, I do. And that's how I'm going to do my product reviews. I'm also going to keep you periodically updated on my opinions as they change or differ from what I initially posted. Certain items I'm going to grow into and out of as my skills progress. And I'm going to try my best to not recommend you any products that I think that you would outgrow. Stay tuned. Well, I hope these videos help. If you want to stay up to date on what I'm reviewing, or if you have additional recommendations, please leave them in the comments section below. This channel has grown exponentially since last year, and I have all of you to thank. This has been Church with Rest and Rec.